peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, the rate at which we're vibing. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Mm. Right now. Messed up right here, man. That thing got in my way. Messed up jerk. Right now is the vibrate. Want to speak on the somewhat, not even getting too deep in the as above, so below aspect of like how iron comes from earth and how it deals with our blood and stuff like that. But just wanted to bring up a few little facts about iron and like a few things that'll help with it. Matter of fact, 'cause speaking on the as above, so below aspect, I thought about how seeds, like different types of seeds have high iron contents. And seeds, you can look at it as a very earthy, type of food or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? Type of nut, food, whatever. Nutrition, you know what I'm saying? It's a very earthy, you know what I'm saying, form of nutrition, you know what I'm saying? And most seeds, because they come from a tree, you know what I'm saying? The tree is still connected to Mother Earth while producing things. So, a lot of seeds have a high iron content, As a matter of fact, and it helps with grounding vibrations too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny how, you know what I'm saying, like, well, your grounding stones, hematite, you know what I'm saying, helps with the iron. It's more of a natural piece around a piece of quartz. But that iron production. Matter of fact, iron in the blood, iron in our body helps to metabolize proteins and play a role in production of hemoglobin and red blood cells, you know what I'm saying? And the hemoglobin is the principal carrier of oxygen, you know what I'm saying? Oxygen is needed for all body parts, you know what I'm saying? Like, in matter of fact, especially for the brain, that's why in all cases why the smoking, you know what I'm saying, whether no matter what you're smoking, you know what I'm saying, you could be smoking something that they tell you is better for your brain, and it's still not good for you because you're smoking it. You know what I'm saying? But that's where smoking comes into play and, taking away that oxygen in the brain. So that's why we feel a little slowed up. Which though, what's funny though, there is a little gray area of where you could use that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because even though it may be kind of damaging the brain in some cases, the brain is what holds us in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? And the brain is what keeps those little thoughts like blah, 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 blah. So on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, if you find which is all built on you though, you know what I'm saying, but if you find the right time to smoke, it may be beneficial. Kind of like where alcohol, doesn't serve us, but it's good to like take a little liquor libation and connect with the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Even though drink, so it's that same type of example. But back to the point, iron helps to metabolize proteins and play a role in production of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is in I'm sorry, production of hemoglobin and red blood cells. And then the hemoglobin is what basically the principal or most important carrier of oxygen within our body. So, a matter of fact, whenever you got the iron flowing right, and guess what? Veins carry, it's a blood flow everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Just like a river, you know what I'm saying? These nutrients flowing to all parts of the body. So, iron is very important, you know what I'm saying, for our blood and for our overall health in general. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, and then you see like the name hemoglobin dealing with, the red blood cells, and then you got hematite, you know what I'm saying? You start to see the prefixes of these words and breaking down definitions and see how they correlate with each other. But iron also helps to eradicate different causes of fatigue. It strengthens the immune system basically through the red blood cell flow, because if that blood flowing good, got that oxygen, flowing good, then all the then everything in the body is happy. If that oxygen flowing to all parts of the body and flowing generously, you know what I'm saying, not being blocked, you know what I'm saying, by like that's like what blood clots and stuff like that, where this flow of nutrients is being blocked. You know what I'm saying? It also helps to treat with insomnia. and it also regulates the body temperature. Matter of fact, regulating the body temperature, it also prevents anemia, because a lack of iron causes anemia. You know what I'm saying? And you very sensitive to the cold air. You know what I'm saying? You become fatigued, have headaches. You know, be weak. You know what I'm saying? But to prevent that, it's good to have a healthy iron intake. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, iron intake also helps with the myoglobin, which is spelled myoglobin. Myoglobin, which is in the muscles. You know what I'm saying? Allowing the healthy operation of your muscles. You know, allowing the contraction. You know what I'm saying? And relaxing, you know what I'm saying, allowing it to, move and function on a healthy level. And that plays into vitality. So, you know what I'm saying? So, having iron, a right amount of iron in the body will help with your vitality, help with the operation of your muscles. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you can start to realize how, hemoglobin or like hematite helps with vitality. That's why stones like hematite helps with your, with the vitality of your body, because it helps with the muscles. And then you have what else? Sesame seeds, pumpkin, squash seeds, spinach, chickpeas, quinoa, pine nuts, and sunflower seeds that really help with iron production in the body. So that's another thing. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of getting lost with the environment. I almost got lost with, but definitely it helps myoglobin in the muscles, align healthy operation, which is vitality. So you start to see how the hematite helps with vitality, because it has iron in it, and iron helps with the production of oxygen in the body, and it helps the myoglobin in your muscles. So you see why your muscles function, and why a piece of hematite make you want to get up and go run and jog. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with that root chakra, but it's also dealing with your iron production also. You know. And then you have, matter of fact, is another part where you say, all right, I said sesame seeds. Matter of fact, sesame seeds, I saw, matter of fact, in the store had a 70% daily value of iron. But I seen pumpkin seeds and squash seeds also have a very high content of iron. And two, I'm speaking on vegetarian things, because honestly, you do have there's a different type of iron when it comes from an animal, but there is, in fact, that's where the meat eaters probably have their one little point right there. They got iron in meat, iron in meat. Yep, they do have, because it's in our blood, and blood is in meat. So yeah, you do have iron. You know what I'm saying? But you also have a lot of bad things that's coming with that iron from that meat. So sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, spinach, chickpeas, quinoa, pine nuts, and sunflower seeds, to name a few. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, and speaking on the hemoglobin and carrying oxygen to the body, or dealing with proteins, you know what I'm saying? Because it helps with helps metabolize proteins in the body, having iron. And one of the proteins in the body dealing with DNA is histones, I read up. And these things I'm bringing up quickly. I'll be wanting to dive deeper into it, but I'll just be trying to brief and, because give you enough of knowledge and information where you could dive a little deeper yourself. But histones are highly alkaline proteins found in eukaryotic cell nuclei. Matter of fact, eukaryotic cells are cells with a nucleus and with organelles in it. So it got like mitochondria, different little organelles within it. Compared to a prokaryotic cell that doesn't have a nucleus and doesn't have all these organelles. That old school science lesson right quick. But the histones are highly alkaline. Histones are highly alkaline proteins found in eukaryotic cell nuclei that packages and order the DNA into structural units called nucleosomes. They are the chief protein components of chromatin, acting as spools around the DNA. They wind, like spools, as spools. They wind around the DNA, and they play a big role in gene regulation. So histones, high in alkalines, you know what I'm saying, and playing a high role in gene regulation. And you start to see how all these foods and stuff, matter of fact, with Monsanto and all these things, these gene manipulations within, you know, our fruits and vegetables and stuff, you start to see how it's basically a war on our DNA. You know what I'm saying? They waging war on the light up in our body. You know what I'm saying? And you see how eating healthy plays an important role on that. Because actually, like, it may not seem like that to you, but your food is actually changing the structure of your DNA. And that's why it becomes harder to want healthier foods, because the DNA, unfortunately, is structured to want more sugar and want more salt, because you allowed it to, you know, structure itself that way. You know what I'm saying? But definitely just paying attention to your iron intake is very helpful, you know what I'm saying, on the body. It helps with anemia, helps with the immune system, the overall just immune system, because it helps with the oxygen flow within the blood cells, you know, and the blood carry nutrients to all parts of the body. So you could almost say, you know, and not say iron is the most important, but it's one of the important, you know, nutrients amongst others, you know what I'm saying? Because there are other nutrients like copper and other metals, you know what I'm saying, that helps the body as well. But that's basically it. I didn't want to dive too deep on the subject. I just wanted to bring it up because I know that you know, matter of fact, dealing with my women, my beautiful that yin energy, you know what I'm saying, the females, you know what I'm saying, where y'all deal with y'all little friend coming through, you know, at certain times of the month, you know what I'm saying, that may take a little blood and, you know, take a little iron, you know what I'm saying. So this will definitely help, you know, the women, you know what I'm saying, that have to deal with that iron deficiency, you know, on a monthly basis, you know. But that is it for that. So basically, you know what I'm saying, basically too, just bringing up how seeds, you know, help with the seeds are more of an iron base. You know, seeds have a lot of iron in it because they come from a earthly, you know, a earthly place, you know, coming from trees. So it still carries that vibration of that tree, you know, and by carrying that iron, you know what I'm saying, that iron helps us to uh to get oxygen flow in the body, and also helps us to be vital, you know what I'm saying? Keeps the muscles healthy and keeps all the organs healthy. Keep that brain healthy, you know what I'm saying? Because that brain depends on like 20% of the oxygen that's in our body, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's it. Peace. Happy now. I hope this information was helpful to you. And of course, we're not going too far in the past, not too far in the future. Right now. Peace.